Hi, what's going on guys? It's Almond. Welcome back to another Wizard101 video. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about something a lot of players that are new to this game, especially with free membership going on right now, that have been just starting like new characters or just even coming back to this game after such a long time, should probably do. And it's useful in just so much like combat. It's actually insane. End game, when it comes to farming and everything like that, this is so useful, and I highly advise a lot of players to do this, right? Just because there's so much value behind it. And that thing is going to be Decathalon, right? And I know most players that have been part of this community for a while already know what Decathalon is. Some people have been doing it for such a long time and just do it just to go for leaderboards, which is completely fine. But I know I wanted to talk a little bit about it just so people can understand how much value is hidden behind this Decathalon event. There's one specific reason why you want to do the Decathalon event, and it's especially for cheese, and it's just how to do the cheese. And if you look at a lot of strategies that I've posted on my YouTube channel, we do consist of a lot of incendiate. When it comes to farming, end game, and stuff like that, being able to incendiate just speeds up fights drastically, right? And there's another reason how you're able to do that. It's not just because you have the incendiate card and that's it. There's another thing that you can stack up on top of that to make the cheese even faster, to be able one round things like nothing. If you wanted to quest in groups, this literally speeds up fights so much, especially if you're partied up in an adventure party or even grouped up and to the point where you're always going first and not having to worry about anything. Do this event, right? The whole point of this event is for this specific deck, right? Is getting these decks. These decks, you're probably wondering, well, Almond, they don't give me cards or anything like that. Right, understandable. The whole point of this deck is because it gives you 2 pips. There's a lot of value hidden behind that 2 pips. Being able to have 2 extra pips instead of 1, think about it. So for example, if we had decks in endgame that gave us 1 pip, you start off with a regular power pip. You know, assuming that you have 100% power pips, you always have a power pip, of course. And now let's say you had a regular deck, that's 1 extra pip. So that puts you at 3. And now let's say you have a wand that gives you a power pip, that is 5. Now if you had the Dahlia hat, right, requires 6 pips. So you can't incendiate round 1, right? It's just feasibly impossible. But if you have these Decathalon decks and you have them specifically at least deck 5 or above, you can literally be able to one round a lot of things in this game with a team of 4. If you just want to Scald Incendiate like the proper way, you need these decks. I highly advise people to get it. I know a lot of people that I've met within the past week are still missing out on this, and the event is currently going on, right? There's 7 days, right? 7 days of this event going on right now. You don't specifically need the death deck. You don't need specifically a certain school. You just need the tier 5 version of the deck because it gives you 2 pips, right? That's why I highly recommend that you do this right now. And the thing is with Decathalon, it just literally says via what it is. Enter the tower via the portal in the library to test your spellcasting skills. Score points by defeating monsters using only treasure cards. The more points you score, the more prizes you earn from the bar below. Climb the leaderboard to discover who's the best decathlete. Now you get a whole bunch of rewards. You know, you start off with the deck 1, and what you do is the further you get in the tower, at a certain point, so after you defeat a whole floor, at the end there's a vendor, and that vendor will give you another deck corresponding to that floor. So you can get the recipes up to all the way to deck 10. Do you need a deck 10 for this setup? No, it's, you know, if you want to go for badges or even like the stitch gear that, you know, Decathlon has to offer and stuff like that, it's completely understandable. Go for it. You know, if you want to defeat the whole tower and have the badge, stuff like that, go for it, right? But you only really need up to deck 5, and after you get to deck 5, you probably don't even need this to, like, you really don't need to do this event anymore, unless, like I said, you care about pets, like the the stitch gear, the badges, etc. You know, because a lot of people go for these hamsters and you can't trade these, like you can't hatch for these hamsters. Like for example, if I had this fire class pet and you wanted it off me, you literally cannot get it off me. That's why these pets are unique. They give you like a shield corresponding. So like if it's an elemental one, it'll give you elemental one, whatever. Like if it's an elemental school, it'll give you elemental shield, and they give you a sharpened blade, and then it gives you a blade for your specific school. So since this is a fire one, at mega or whatever it is, I think it gives you an elemental shield, and then on top of that you'll get the sharpened blade and the blade for your specific school. And the talents on here aren't even bad either. Like you want dealer, you want giver on most pets, right? I don't see people rocking crit pets, you know, unless you're doing a specific raid setup that we don't talk about. But other than that, the pet is good. You know, you can't trade it or hatch for it. I mean, you could trade it against like all your characters and stuff like that. That's a good part of it. But you do get all these like other rune stuff. You know, you get a jewel pack, you get your rune packs as well, get some steerage tickets, which I believe they never used to be here, unless I don't remember. You even get a Decathalon fire pack, and then of course you get these power claws. It used to be the fists, like back in the day, but power claws are like the new ones, you know, like that people are trying to go for. But literally all you do, like I said, is for this whole event is you just get a deck, any deck that you prefer, right? Preferably one that has like stats that gives you HP and stuff like that, and then just fill up your treasure cards with whatever treasure cards you need. You know, since it's the fire one, of course you want to use some fire cards, right? So definitely run it up. You know, all you have to do literally is go to the event, teleport to the event, right? Very simple. I'll even make it more simple for you guys. Don't even interact with these guys, because I think over time, you know, things have changed. It used to be here, but times have changed, so you can't really, there's no point of talking to these guys. So you go over here to arena, right? Which I feel like they should just make this teleport to the arena, but yeah, that's fine. But you can literally go here, fire Decathalon event, and it tells you more about it, right? The tower is a solo dungeon to test your skills using treasure cards only. No regular spells allowed. So whatever's in your main deck does not work, right? Number 2, enchanted treasure cards, potions, henchmen, elixirs are also disabled. So don't like run in being like, oh, I need a potion. You can't pre-enchant your cards. You can't buy henchmen in the crown shop, and anything that has like an elixir that gives you damage or anything like that is just paused, so you can't use those. Your stats will be a certain preset, and your gear is disabled. So whatever's on your like gear is just completely disabled, other than your deck, of course. The exception is your deck, so load it up with your best treasure cards. Number 4, you cannot edit your deck inside the tower, so add everything you need to it now. So for example, if I'm in the tower, I can't just midway through, you know what, maybe I need more tower shield, maybe I need some, I don't know, some heck hounds or fire elves. That stuff can't work. Whatever you run into with whatever's in your deck, once you use it once, that's taken out your deck. You know, that's how treasure cards work, so keep that in mind. After each stage, every 3rd floor, you unlock a checkpoint. You may re-enter the tower at any unlocked checkpoint. This checkpoint also gets reset whenever the next event comes out. So let's say Fire Decathalon event comes back, like whenever it does, right? Because they rotate out of all the schools, but whenever it comes back, you do not have access to that checkpoint again, so you have to redo everything every time. Also, use 1 credit to enter. Claim 3 credits daily. Use them now or save them for later, but make the most out of each one. So every day you can claim 3 credits, right? So I've claimed today's credits and I have 3 credits. Once I press go, it will load me up into the Decathalon tower, right? So keep that in mind. You can redeem this on every character. So let's say you run out of attempts on one specific character, you can do it again on another character. So for example, I redeemed it on I think this is like my low level death. So for example, if I go all the way back to my main storm that I usually use all the time whenever I'm trying to record videos, I can just go over here back to the library, take the teleporter. Of course you can go via the arena as well. You don't always have to take the teleporter, but as you guys can see, I'm gonna take the teleporter, and then what I do is just quickly turn around, and simple like that, I can grab another 3 credits. So what I try to tell people is, even if you don't have like a lot of characters, right? I know some people just have 1 character on their account and that's all they care about, right? Having multiple characters has value behind it. Being able to do more credit runs is really good. You can farm up the things that are needed for those recipes. Like if we go over here and look at the recipes, or not these ones, my bad. When you go to the crafting station, once you buy the recipes, right, you can craft the specific decks. Once you go here, you're obviously going to see the decks that you have bought within your attempts of the decathlon. So obviously you start off with a 1, and then you make your way all the way up to 5. 5 will be the one that gives you 2 pips. Of course, it would be according to the decathlon. So to make it easier, I will show you the fire one so you guys don't get confused. But you need these runes, right? And then once you want to craft the second one, you need the previous deck including runes. So if you look at 1, 2, and 3, what we'll do is we'll heart them so you guys can see these lined up perfectly, right? Just because I don't have all of them, but we'll just stop right here. So obviously you need 5 runes right here to craft the first one. Then you need 15 and the previous deck. And then the third one is when you start needing the one beyond that too. So you need a 1, 2, and then the runes that you can get from Decathalon, right? And the same process, then you need some enhanced ice runes, and then you make your way all the way to the 5th deck, which requires more ice runes and enhanced ice runes, right? And this event is going on for like another 6 days, and membership is still going on all the way till the 19th. So I would highly recommend that you level up a lot of your characters. Even if you're brand new to the game or anything like that, level up all your characters that you want to have a preset on, right? Eventually you're gonna have one of every school. I know there's some people who have just like load of one character on one account. So I've seen people with like 7 ice characters for some reason, or 7 life characters, but that's just their choice, right? Choose whatever characters you want, but at least level them up to 15. Since it's free membership, take advantage of it. Get your characters leveled up to at least like 15 or 10, I believe, or whatever I think it is for the special events. I don't remember. I believe it's 15. I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments below. But take it away all the way to level 15, and then just do this event, right? And you can transfer the deck over, right? There's no harm. Just transfer it over, and then just put some more treasure cards in there, and you're ready to go. And just keep farming these stages. Keep getting those runes, right? So you can get this deck. There's a lot of value hidden behind it, and I want players to realize that. There's even damage on this. You can reach higher damage stats than you can normally right? I didn't talk about that in my damage video of like all the specific stuff, right? Theoretically, right, if I wanted to have more damage, right, I'm already at the damage cap on a storm, 220, but it's like in total I have 222. Now imagine if I had the maxed out deck for the Decathalon, it would give me 1 more damage. It would be 10 damage instead of 9. But if you look at it, I'm above the cap. I'm 221 right now, which doesn't make sense. But in reality, I have 231 damage, right? Which is crazy to think about. And you guys are probably wondering, well, Almond, you can't use your cards and stuff like that. Well, in reality, you can switch to like a Dragoon amulet, and here you go. You got your 4-pip AoE. You're ready to go. You can just do this and do it again, right? There's a lot of value behind these Decathalon decks, and I really think you guys should do it, especially since the event's coming on, at least right now. You have membership. Everything's laid out for you guys. Perfect time to do it. Highly recommend that you guys do it. And there's plenty of videos online regarding the Decathalon stuff. If you guys want me to make videos on Decathalon, I can do so in the near future, but I won't be doing it at the moment just because I'm not really prepped, right? I'm not really prepped for that type of stuff, and I've kind of already defeated the fire Decathalon before. I know I can farm some superior runes and stuff like that for the people that know about that, but not at the moment. But like I said, do this if you want to do Scald Incendiate even better, like the most broken mechanic in the game. Even do it better and one round it. Highly recommend. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments below, and if not, you guys are more than welcome to message me on Discord if you have any questions. And yeah, so definitely try it out. Do it on multiple characters, redeem those credits on multiple characters, and get to farming, because once the next one comes out, you kind of have to suck on this waiting period. And then who knows if you don't have your characters leveled up and anything like that, and you can't redeem more credits, and then that becomes a whole issue. So this is a perfect time to do this. But that is it from you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Tomorrow we should have a Malicer rematch video, and that should complete the whole saga of doing all the rematches, unless there is a patch or something like that that makes me redo some of these strats, because you never know. anything is possible. Stuff can be changed, stuff can be patched. Like for example, whenever I talk about my mouse or video, you'll know that there is some issues, and those issues are most likely going to get patched, just because they won't leave it like that and just make it impossible. So keep that in mind. But like I said, that is it. Hopefully you enjoyed. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe, all that type of stuff, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, guys.